Alrighty. Um, anybody's? Well, we haven't got. There we go. We're live. Um, if anybody'd like to join us, I'm going to post the link in the chat. Basically, this is for anybody that wants having issues with the raid. George is going to show up in a second. We have Daniel, Mike, the Holshinator, and myself, Hefe. Well, I could call you CBS, but whatever. I'm gonna stick with the Holshinator. But hey, George,
What's up?
I'm getting an echo. Yes, I'm getting an echo off of somebody. Hey, Dennis.
Hey.
Hey, I'm getting ready to share this. Yeah, this is basically for anybody that's having issues with the raid, because a lot of people are finding it overly easy, and some people are just sitting on comms just bitching like they have no idea what's going on. So that's sort of the idea behind this sort of real quick show. Or, it may not end up being quickly over, but it's impromptu.
Yep.
My wife gives me till midnight, so I'll be all set.
Okay. Alrighty.
She wants to make sure she's asleep before you get into bed, right?
Yeah. At my age now, sex is a goodnight kiss. And hey, wait, I shouldn't say that, should I?
Yeah. We're live at this point.
Yeah.
Probably, whatever.
I'll hold the personal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like and watches one show of some old Becker series, and then that's it. And I shut it off and go to sleep. Otherwise, I get up at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's no good.
Yeah, and the Becker series is not part of your sex life, right?
It could be construed.
Okay, is that Tom Selleck?
No, that's who was the guy on Cheers?
Not Norm. Oh, Ted Danson?
Yeah. Well, no.
Okay.
Whoever the guy was on Cheers, yeah.
Well, the bartender.
The bartender.
Yeah, it was him. He played Becker. The show was Becker on later
I love
on.
that show. I wish I was him.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't give a shit about anything, and he's a doctor, and
Okay. All right.
just doesn't.
But one thing that we talked about a little bit earlier, that before we went live, was the idea of, all right, the idea of extending the range. I've been having very good luck with a combination of a Punisher and 3 Citadels and a Harlock Citadels. And I think one of the reasons I'm having, I've gotten the 81 down to 11 seconds of damage, so I easily repair it on the map. It usually doesn't get over 32 seconds of damage. And I think, for people that are having a difficult time driving and have old school hauls like that, just Punisher and Citadel, is as opposed to using a launcher, which we get away with really well in the Forsaken mission, is maybe taking off. People have things like thruster or evade upgrade, things of that nature that they're providing a bonus, but they're not really changing over your fleet in any way. That'll give you another 4+ range, and it doesn't require any of this down button stuff that people were doing before with all the previous raids where you got to stop on a button and whatnot. And so it makes it very easy once you figure out the target. You don't have to be, banging on the down button and really stressing about it that much. As long as your tank has, a good amount of phalanxes and hailstorms or gales or whatever. So I just want to throw that one out there. And George, do you want to share it on TFC, or they might have an issue?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. I was saying as opposed to, they might take it better if you do it than I do it.
Ah.
How's it going, guys? Am I coming through all right?
Yeah, you're very solarized.
Yeah, I'm living in a pink room right now. This is my
Okay.
domain.
Okay.
I'm in a white room with black curtains.
So, Mary, how are you doing in the raid?
Well, I was helping a buddy out, and then I decided to say screw it, and I blitzed an 89 for 5 coins each time. Got the gridiron monolith. That's building now. My sector is dead. Like, there's almost nobody hitting targets.
I can't even find an 89 in my sector.
By the dub?
It took me about 10 minutes to find one.
Well, no, they're either half gutted or people are just going around farming them. I mean, George, you've seen that, right? George is in the same sector I am, and there are people who are just farming them right and left for, the 1.6 million. They're not blitzing them; they're hitting them for the original points. They're not, because you can do them for not a huge amount of damage.
That goes for all the 80 targets, though. They're not bad.
What are you using? Are you using icebreakers? Are you using like Punisher Citadels or Tideseeker Citadels? Or
I'm actually using my Zelos with 1 monolith and 2 citadels and a Harlock Citadel.
okay, that sounds. I've been like I've been telling people, I've been having a real easy time. At least I progress by the day. I keep on doing one target, then I'll do the next target, then I'll start combining them all. Like I've 11 to 30 seconds as far as the damage on the 81, and I'll move on to the 83 soon. But it's surprisingly easy for 18-month-old technology.
Yeah. I mean, the icebreakers are just garbage. I'm sorry. They are just trash.
And I'm just jealous.
They're not complete trash.
But do they work better than? They don't work better than the old stuff, though, right?
No, they don't. Not at all.
It depends.
Well, you're taking.
I'm kind of curious. Mary has this like really like glowy yellow color.
Yeah, I brought
thing.
that up.
He seems really high right now.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the yellow. I don't know. I don't know if it's the yellow. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying.
No, you're high, so therefore he looks yellow.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's the lighting. It's definitely a yellow tinge to it.
Oh no! I mean, there's not a Google effect or something going on there.
Nope.
That's actually the lighting in that room.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something. I assumed that you had some sort of color screen pass type thing going on there, because you were everything is yellow and white.
I'm killing my bandwidth anyway. I got to try and hit some targets while we're doing this. Is anybody watching the chat? Because I am not right now.
Oh yeah, I should go over there. No, it's just me. We got 16 people watching, but they don't want to,
Ask questions. Ask questions in the chat, guys. I mean, we did this so you guys can ask us, what we're doing or how you guys can adapt to do this stuff. And I'm hearing me in one of these things. I think it might be you, Jeff. Let me see. Yep, it's yours. It's your mic's picking up your feed. So yeah, I mean, ask some questions, and a bunch of people on the panel have done really well. I know Hefe is doing 81s for like 11 seconds of damage with a Punisher as a flag. So I mean, there are options if you're struggling with some of the stuff that's in this raid.
What have you got on the tank?
The tank. I mean, he can. I'm sure he can post it on the crib page or.
I mean, I've got half and half. I got half Phalanx and half Gale 3s, and I'm using a Punisher, and it dies fast.
You
Hefe,
have to,
where's Hefe?
Yeah.
Is he back? Can I post the your build on the TFC?
I mean, I could show it here, but yeah, either way.
I mean, just cause, or post it up on the crib or something. Because I mean, I know people like, because I said it to somebody in comms, and they're like, "Oh, fucking bullshit," and I was like, "No, man, he literally did 11 seconds of damage in an 81." I mean, it's doable. It's just there's some patience involved. You got to watch what you're doing with the
It,
range.
it takes me about 3 minutes. So it's not a huge amount of patience. And the build is, I don't think the build is that crazy important. I mean, I think it's just, the extended range, like I was talking to Mike about earlier. I mean, let me see.
Yeah, I'm going to refit one tomorrow as soon as one comes out. The shipyard comes open. I'm going to refit that one. I'm going to put that solid fuel booster and Harrier on it.
Yeah, this is the build I've been using along with Citadels, and it's not really all that special. I mean, I've been using this sort of build for all my FM stuff and whatnot. I did, the only thing where it may differ from everybody else's regular Punisher tank is it's got the 98 plus range because it's got solid fuel booster 3 and a Harrier on it. And then I just got, 4 Phalanx 4s and a mix of Gales thrown in there. And it's, like I said, it's like 11 to 33 seconds per 81. And it's,
It does
if it's the best
require a little bit of patience. It does require patience, and the key thing I think to that build is the fact that you have the missile rather than the launcher. That gives you a lot more wiggle room.
Yeah, I mean, you got 98.8 range or whatever it is relative to 94. So you don't need to hit the down button. You don't need to stop just shy of anything in order to get this to work.
Right. And
Okay, thank you.
the people that are using icebreakers and going into some of the targets, like the 83s, I mean, 13-minute short pinch, build a bunch of them and take out the island. It'll make your life so much easier, you just pinch the front part of the island that or the side part of the island that you're gonna come up to, because you're not gonna be in range of anything on the back end of the island, and you just want to get in there and get in range, kill the island, and then you can concentrate and take your time on everything else. It's all little things. The raid is a lot different than the test servers, and driving is very important. Now, I have a little bit of an issue because the driving is so important with the icebreaker when it's not supposed to have been meant as the skill hull, but you got to have some skill to time everything right to use it.
It's like driving the Hell Raids.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's very, very similar to that.
Yeah.
Mary, I think we got a question for you. Chris R in the chat's asking, how bad are the 83s with Zelos and Sits? Because that sounds very similar to your. He's about to start the raid.
It's actually not that bad. I think I got probably 5 minutes of damage on an 83.
Okay.
I haven't really played with it anymore because I've been working on 81s for a buddy of mine, but it's pretty doable if you just stop short of the turrets.
Is there a good place to enter or anything like that?
I only hit 2, so I didn't really get to play with it a whole lot, but I want to say the top or the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, when I hit the 81s, I don't know if everybody else, I hit them at 3 o'clock. Come in, take out that first set of islands, and then you go not the first row up, but the second row up. Make sure you go through the middle of that. Don't go to one side of that or the other, because then you become in range of the arc missiles. If you don't, basically shoot down the middle. Is everybody else running into that as well?
That's what your Citadel though, right?
I'm entering everything at 3 o'clock, so.
Well, so she said. But
even when I got hit with that arc missile, my Zealous didn't take any damage.
Okay.
I do have the M armor on there though, the charged armor.
Yeah, I'm just, it wasn't like I was taking, it was still instant repair when they hit me one time, but it wasn't like, like I've been trying to get, like I was sort of working to get it down to 11 seconds, and I don't think I'm going to get better than 11 seconds of damage on that target.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah,
What
so
are
I
you,
sort
what are
of
you
give up.
averaging? You're averaging like 15 to 20, right?
Probably my mode, the median is probably right around 20 is the mode, but it's still, it's still instant repair.
Right. I mean, no, that's damn impressive no matter what the hell you're looking at, but
Yeah, it is.
Hey, and it's I just did one 81 with my old Punisher fleet with ballistics, and I put one Rhino in there with it to go against the fleets, and you can do it for 12 minutes of damage if you have enough anti-morts.
that's not bad at all.
That's just my old thrown together FM fleet from over a year ago. There's a lot of. This is like the first raid in a while that you can use a lot of mixtures of fleets,
Oops. Damn it.
which is good.
I thought that was a missile turret. Shit.
One thing I noticed though is sometimes in the 81s, especially on that top right platform, even if you go in range of the cold snaps, they don't always fire on you.
I'm using. I know in the 83s, I use the other fleets. I let them engage the cold snaps. The cold snaps are shooting at them, and then I'll just go in and kill the cold snaps. They don't turn quick enough to react, but yeah, I just ran into one in this target. Let me see how much damage I took. That was the entire 83. And like I keep on hearing people like the icebreakers aren't good and they're not viable, and I'm doing them just fine. Let me see. That was a whopping 9 minutes 37 seconds on 4 icebreakers.
Siddharth, that's how you say it. You can't use any conquerors or defenders in these raid targets. It was in the forum notes in December. January 1st.
Did you see that? Did you see that person got mad that they couldn't use their fury? I was like, "You're kidding, right? This is a joke." No, it wasn't a joke. He was serious. I was like, "Okay."
Oh, yeah, I had to step away to get another beer. Are you talking about the ballistic malice?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, okay.
Or that, or
we're talking about the fury.
Oh no, because there was a comment in chat that I'm not sure if anybody saw. What is the best target I can hit with my ballistic malice? And it's Liam 99.
oh, of course.
I'm just kidding. It's not Liam.
Well, Liam.
Yeah, no conquerors this raid or the last raid or
The next
previous raid or any raids into the future.
And any new targets that come onto the map.
Yeah. So yeah, ballistic malice isn't going to get it done.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Or your any conquerors whatsoever, even if they're very old school conquerors, they're not going to be allowed in these targets.
I'm kind of shocked that we're not getting a lot of questions given like what's going on in chat. I'm looking at chat in the sector, and man, people are pissed.
People are pissed. Man.
Well, I think a lot of people are like to be. I don't know. Some of those people, I think, I've run into it previously. They just, I think they perfected their raid technique is to complain enough in comms until somebody helps them. That's their
that
general raid technique.
I think that is a good technique. Then.
Yeah, it's worked. But it's worked in the past, but with this raid, unless you're like level, 52 2, you don't have a great excuse.
Yeah.
You know, because they made the Punisher and the Citadel available at tier 1 and tier 2 in the FM. So unless you're brand new, it may not be your ships anymore, is what I'm trying to say.
Or a returning player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did try an 81 earlier with 2 regular Citadels and a Tide tank, and I think I took 24 minutes of damage in it. I took a long time, though. That's the one thing I did not like.
Yeah, well, if you're going to do an 81 with that level and you took 24 minutes of damage, how many could you do until you were, repaired overnight?
Probably a bunch, actually.
Because you're probably getting about a half a million. You're probably getting about a half a million each.
Not that much.
Yeah, it's close.
Well,
when
close
when
enough.
it
It's
takes-
close enough for me to. It's close
when it
enough for me to do the math as far as the fact that if you're getting half a million each, you need to hit. You need to get about if you want to get to an icebreaker, so to speak, or something like that. You need to hit around 80 of them over 4 days. So you basically need to hit 20 a day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
I've done already blown my load. Budget is gone.
Oh, man. Do you realize
Budget?
what you're on?
Budget?
Yeah, I know
Who uses a
exactly.
budget?
I know what I said.
Does anybody have the X armors on any of their ships?
I have one X armor. I did refit one of my icebreakers to have one X armor on it, and I have not seen any mitigation over the other 3 at all. Not unless I try and absolutely steamroll into targets, which is asinine. So, yeah, no, not doing it.
Good thing
Oh,
is the missile armor works though.
Yes.
That's one good thing.
Yep. Hulsh, how are you doing overall, going in and out and creeping up on the turrets? You ever having problems where it over creeps? Because I've actually had it happen in a couple of targets where I stop and it looks on the screen like it stopped in the right spot and the damn thing's fire.
I
I've
don't
had
know.
That's happened to me.
But I find the best way to stop them is click directly behind them, as far behind them as possible. Because if you click to the side of them and just to the side, they'll go more forward than they will turn. Because you can inch your way forward a lot better by clicking way behind them instead of beside them.
See, I've been inching them forward like I'm beaching, where I'm clicking on one on each side, so it creeps forward a little bit.
Yeah. I haven't had it mess up like that, though. I mean, I've had some lag spikes, but not really anything like that.
Where's 9 so he can tell us how his Nova Storm's doing? He's got a bunch of them.
There we go. Came back.
So, I mean, is there anybody in the chat asking any questions? Does anybody have I really just want people to start asking hey, I got this, it's not working. What the hell can I do? I mean, you're not going to be able to get help unless you ask.
And there's nobody asking any questions.
They're just hanging out and watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else. I already have a video out. I don't know if Hefe should actually probably do one on the 81. That would be cool.
Your video helped me because of that, stopping short on that one rocket there. That's what was getting me. Finally figured it out. And now,
it's tricky. I don't,
well, I only watched the 81, and tomorrow I'm going to try on the 83. So I'm getting the 81s down now to between 2 minutes and 12 minutes. You know, it just depends. So it's all the driver on my end.
Actually, I'm trying Holsch's little thing about clicking way in the back. I'm getting close to where I think it should fire, and now I'm starting to do that instead. This might actually work pretty good.
I just did that on the last one. I got 1:36.
Yeah, because I got some more. I got one ship with the coaxial mort, so it has a little bit longer range, so I can tell if I'm getting within 90 range. So if I have like one range left, I'm surprised that they lowered the range on the short range weapons. Because if they would have kept them like they were in the preview server, icebreakers would be crap.
Yeah.
I mean, but relative to the cost investment of the icebreaker, you happy icebreaker owners? Are you?
No.
No.
I was happy with them from what I saw in the preview server. They were fun to drive. I enjoyed them thoroughly. I am very disappointed. I'm almost as disappointed with this as I was with the Ironclad.
Well,
But you weren't disappointed with the Ironclad until a couple of iterations into the raid, not into the raid cycle. This one starts off as being a dud. Relative
No, the Ironclad started off as a complete dud.
yeah, I think icebreaker is still better than the Ironclad just because you can still do the A sets for minimal damage, but it does take driving.
Takes a lot. Yeah, it takes a lot of driving.
You could actually outrange the short range turrets.
Yeah. Or actually, in the 83 and the 81, I actually bring my Harlock Cannoneer in and kill stuff with it. Kill the short range turrets with it.
So you kind of like prep out some stuff so you can bring it in and blitz it.
Well, I just bring it all in at one time. Because since I only have 4 icebreakers, so I just put it in the flagship spot. Which I killed it on my first try of doing it, but because I got overran with morts, but that's the only real danger. But then I can just zombie repair it and it'll be okay.
I haven't thought about trying to zombie these things. That'd be interesting.
It works.
Does it?
Maybe if they fix the X armors by next raid, the icebreakers might have a chance to be a decent haul.
They
But
fixed them, but to fix them, they had to adjust the targets. I think that was their fix, and I am not thrilled with that at all.
I mean, the other thing that has anybody seen anybody that's coined the gritty yet?
No, but that's going to be really interesting when people start getting those out next week. Whew, boy.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to have mine done in 2 days.
yeah.
No, I think I have to be honest. I think part of the reason why I'm disappointed in the icebreaker now is that in like I said in the test server, it was so much fun to drive. I mean, it was a blast to drive the thing. You were blitzing through the whole thing. And it was fun. I mean, you would take damage, but it was fun. But the amount of damage blitzing through those targets, an A set in the test server was, I think, 3 or 4 coin for me.
Yeah.
You know, and if I did that now in this, like if I did that in 85, I'd be dead before I finished the 85.
And you're also spending kick size coin, right?
Yeah, but I'd spend 3 gold for an A set right now if I could drive like that. That was fun as hell.
But
5 or 6 coins would be acceptable.
I'm a cheap bastard. I'm not going to go that high. Maybe 4. That would be on the edge.
With a grease mug.
I like a 1-for-1.
And yeah, you could use the grease monkey because actually the short range missiles in the A set is splash weapons.
Yeah,
So what has been the best tank so far, though?
the tank's
I
kind of
hear-
irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, Hefe's pulling it off the Punisher. I've heard a lot of people happy with the Zealous.
I did an A set with Tide Seekers. I was getting like a minute per damage if I did it right. That's with just two Tide Seekers in there.
I mean, really anything that has high missile defense and
As long as
antis.
you have the range, yeah. As long as you have the range, though, that's the catch.
I got the launcher on that too, and it's only like 94, 95. You can outrange it pretty easy.
So Holsh, are you going to bring up the anti-filled Apollo?
No, I don't have any more anti-morts on it. So
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I made that mistake and tried that. I did really well up until the back end of the 89, and I went, oh, mortars. Oops.
Yeah,
That
it forces
didn't
you to
end
pay attention, but that's okay.
actually, a good tank hole. I just thought of this would be like the Vindicator, since it has if you had the 40% accuracy boost on it, and just jack up its missile defense. That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah,
Or if you have the charged armors.
yeah, but the people that have the Vindicator probably already have the Punisher with a lot more build on it.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
Yeah.
Just throwing stuff out there.
No, I'm just trying to think like, okay, somebody's got a Vindicator built, probably has a lot of stuff. That's all I'm saying. No, I could see it potentially working quite well, but I'm just not sure if that's the most expedient way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm about to see. I have my Tide Seeker tank, and that's working pretty well. That's working very well, and I can actually go under fire under the ice under those cold snap turrets and survive, compared to a Punisher, which you have to actually be careful with. I have tokens to do the Zelos, and my build just ended for another mono. So I'm about to just create one.
I'll tell you what, I was really
Create a
surprised.
Zelos.
Yeah, I still have my Zelos hung up in my. It's sort of sitting there waiting for a purpose. I haven't personally, but I know a lot of people are doing quite well with them, and they're much faster than the Punisher. So yeah.
The Punisher matches well with the Citadels, though, for speed. That's what I like about them. I think that makes the driving a little bit easier.
Yeah, who would have thought the Citadel would be the skill hole?
Yeah.
Well, it's very similar to the Monolith. It's just, I'm just wondering how that's going to play out.
What, do you think they're going to change it on Saturday?
No, I don't think they're going to change it. I think people are going to be really upset when they realize what the hell's going on with that hull.
Maybe.
Well, the people that have dumped coins into the icebreaker will be, because right now I haven't used the icebreaker yet.
Me either.
And I don't plan to, but I spent a whole month building them and ranking them and all that kind of crap. And if I was just purely using the icebreaker to get me to the monolith flag and the monolith, I could have probably used my shipyard time a little bit better.
Yep.
Yeah. But you can also look at it and for once they replace the FM targets, that you can do the FM a lot faster with the icebreakers, depending on how they tune them once they go into the FM.
That's what I'm hoping, because I'm one of those guys that spent all that time.
Yep, doesn't feel very good.
Mm-mm.
Any
At
more
least the race.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say, any more questions from chat as far as, any setups you have, any sort of, difficulties you're running into? I mean, because we could probably run through, some basic guidelines for some of the A targets. I don't know that anybody on here knows anything about the B targets or the 80s versus the 60s. Um,
The 60s, though. I've tried a few of the 60s. Apparently, the cold snap turrets are longer range in those
Yeah,
in the
they
lower
are.
targets.
That's how they were in the preview, also.
yeah, personally, what I think what they did after looking at the data mining and seeing some of the stuff going on, I think they for the A targets they created new weapons, new turrets, and for the 60s they took them from the FM.
You think that's what they did?
Well, as an example, like the cold snap has a range of just shy of 90 in the A targets. The FM targets, it has a range of 130. And that's could be what we're seeing based on what's going on, but it has lower damage. The A set targets have greater damage but lower range. And so I don't know. That's just sort of a guess on that one. But that it seems to make it sort of makes sense based on what we're
seeing in
seeing.
the targets.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Chris R wants to know what a great Zealous build is for this raid.
I got one. I think it's the same one as Disturbed. And if you guys want to hold on 2 seconds, I can send it to Hefe to post it up.
Okay. And the other question is, what's causing the icebreaker to be so ineffective? Short firing range. I was building them thinking I needed plan B. Maybe build Zealous tank and use my FM fleet of Citadels, Harlock Citadels. Yeah, Devil Dog. Let me see. I can go back to what I was showing earlier. That last idea of using the FM fleet is a good one. That's what I've been doing solely at this point. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna screen share. The big thing about it is it's much easier. It's much easier to drive if you have the solid fuel booster and a Harrier as opposed to using a launcher, because you get about 98 plus range, and you don't have to worry about hitting the down button and yada yada. So it's just easier to drive. You don't have to hit the down button. You can just, as long as you aim at the turret that's closest and the proper turret, you don't aim at the wrong turret. This works out pretty well with this sort of build. So I've shown it a couple times, so I know that the panel is getting tired of it. So I'll turn it off.
I'm sending you the Zealous tank right now.
Okay.
If I can find you one of these, my messages are just going crazy today. Fuck.
Yeah.
Here, I just sent it to you, Jeff.
Okay.
Ding. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. There you go.
Okay, here's I will present George's Zealous.
So I actually just did get a question about Phalanx and Trident and why you don't want to mix them. And a lot of people seem to think that the Tridents negate the Phalanxes. That's not really true. What happens is the first shot from the Trident, maybe the second, depending on your reload, is going to take the place of your Phalanx first couple shots. And the Phalanxes have a better accuracy for missiles. So if you're looking for anti-missiles and you have both on your ship, just be aware that you're probably going to have a crappier chance at hitting the first or first and second salvo of missile that comes into range. You can have them on the same ship. But that being said, if you have 4 icebreakers and you have 4 tridents, and the missiles come in first, the tridents are going to shoot at the missiles first. So you're going to miss 4 of them, or you're going to have a 60% chance on 4 of them as opposed to whatever the hell the phalanx is.
Yeah, and one thing that you can do to make that not happen is have one ship without any tridents and put the
Phalanxes on that.
or the anti-range booster on it, so the phalanx has a longer range than the tridents.
Yep, you can play with it. I mean, that kind of, you got to really plan out your build then. But there are options. But yes, there you can use them both. It's just one does not preclude the other. It's just that you got to be aware of the math involved for your percentage of shots, unless you try and mitigate it through building it like Holst suggested. So there's that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take it.
I'm not really finding any problem with the accuracy.
Oh, Jesus Christ! How did this happen?
Oh, here we go. Hey, Nines, how are your Nova Storms doing in this raid, buddy?
I actually did a 89 with them and a Punisher.
Look at that.
And it was instant repair until I accidentally hit a mine.
Well, see, that's not instant repair then, dude.
It was instant repair until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I enter a target, it's instant repair.
Well,
I mean, I've hit every single target, and it was instant repair until something happened.
I mean,
I'm doing fantastic in this raid.
The big secret is to retreat prior to that 15-second countdown. You're all good on that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no. What I did was right at the very, very end, right when it was doing the 5-second countdown, I lagged for a second and accidentally clicked, and when my Novas hit a mine.
Okay.
So repeat the performance and skip the mine hitting part.
They did very well. About as well as Night Madness.
As well as what?
Hefe's Midnight Madness. It's almost midnight here.
Yeah, it's 11:30 on the East Coast. I mean, I waited so late just to make sure none of the Brits got on.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, making sure they were all asleep.
It might still be up.
Dislikes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was and the Aussies are waking back up. So, the Australians are on, but yeah.
That means
Whatever.
New Zealanders are on too.
Oh, no. Jesus
The Kiwis.
Yes. Well, we're not going to even talk about the Canadians tonight.
No snow Mexicans.
Yes.
No snow Mexicans. I should actually add Caesar come on. He's doing, what the hell did he do? He did something weird today. And it worked. It was great. I was like, all right, that's awesome. I just can't remember. I mean, I'm so burnt out already.
What are you up to now, anyways?
Oh, I don't even know. I wasn't looking. I've just been goofing off with stuff. I'm only at 34 million. I suppose I should actually finish
I put
up
my Empyrean flag in. I put my Empyrean flag in and took a 3-hour nap.
So I'm about to use my Zelos tokens, and I sent Hefe what I'm about to build.
Okay, I can put that on. Oh, and also in chat, Chris, I put that the build that George put up as a comment underneath the announcement for this little impromptu show, in case you want to take a look at it. And I will go over to Daniel's build and screen share again. Let's see. I haven't looked at it, but here we go. I put it up, Daniel.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to see if you could critique it a little bit. That's all. It's about the same. I just put a little bit more antis on it. I don't think it really needs it though. And it's about 10 days, so I'll use 10 tokens for it.
Okay. I haven't built Zelos.
I would almost
I'll leave it up to I'll leave it up to nines. I mean, but nines is going to tell you need to replace these 3 impact cannons. Calamity scatterguns is the way to go with these.
No, he needs to send me the D30Rs, and I'll use them.
Okay.
I would say with the anti-morts, use Gales. That way you can bump up the armor. Those Hail Ds are so fucking heavy.
Yeah, do you have Gales?
Yeah, well, I have those are Gales, right?
1, 2, 3. Damn, I don't even remember how many I had on mine.
Yeah.
I have less.
I got it here.
You probably want 4 just to be safe.
Yeah. But you're looking at like 2,400 tons just for those 3 Hail Ds, I think it is, or something like that.
Should I go lower on the Gales?
I mean, I'm paranoid, so I always put deflection in. That's why I had the heavy armors. You know, I mean, honestly, if I had more charged M, I'd probably put 2 charged M on this, and then the rest of it would be X armor.
If I remember right, you can put 2 Gale 2s for 1 Hail D, and then you just pop the other 2 off and put everything into armor.
All right. I have I have a bunch of those M armors left, so the charged armors.
Well, Daniel, I think I would, before you spend a lot of coins refitting it.
No, it's tokens. I saved those 15 tokens from last raid.
Okay, but what I'm saying, I would test this bad boy out, because I mean, you've increased resistances probably higher than, you know, putting the big armors on for the deflection, so it may all work out in the wash, is all I'm saying. Because you got, I mean, is this higher resistances than what you were putting out, George?
I don't know. Let me check real quick. I got. I have on mine. Oh, if it would scroll the hell down. I have 90 and 88. No, 90 and 86.
Okay, he's more balanced. He's got 88 and 89.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think it doesn't show turret armor.
Yeah, I think I had the pen down because I was using that charged. And honestly, if I get one more in this raid, I'll probably put 2 of them on that. Take out one of the X's because I had all X on the other side. I mean, with the way that it outranges it, the only thing that should be hitting you is the missiles now. So.
Yeah.
And the missiles do not get through the phalanxes that I've saw.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. But again, the next month there's going to be a next raid, and these targets are not going to be the same.
No, they'll be the same. They'll just be.
I hope.
They'll be the same range and stuff. Everything. They won't increase the. They'll probably increase the damage, yeah, but I'm not sure about the range.
The only things they increase are the the damage and the armor on the turrets.
Okay.
And probably maybe armor on ships too. But I mean, other than that,
as long as you get,
good. Yeah.
And also flag.
Yeah, so as long as you get a flag up and running by next month.
At the rate I'm going, I won't have enough points till the next month.
Yeah, I'm just gonna build it the way it is now, and just see how it goes. I still have 5 tokens left, 5 days left to refit it, if anything.
Using my
now.
Can here again.
I might have missed this because I have probably jumped in halfway. Have you guys done a slide on the throwers yet?
We didn't really ever have slides.
Or discussion on it, sorry. I've been playing around with it, seeing if it's worth putting on, like, say, a Vanquisher or something in my guard, and the numbers are looking promising.
I mean, it should work perfectly fine.
And because that's the one thing that sucks with the Harlock Alpha is if you have an all defender fleet, you're fine.
You're lagging out.
I was saying if you are like me and pretty much 3/5 of your guard is Conquerors, you're screwed when it comes to the Harlock Alpha.
Why?
The only offensive defender that I have in my whole guard is a Vanquisher.
Okay.
So it'd be better just to
But
keep
why,
my game
why are
up.
you screwed? It doesn't screw you. You just don't
Because it,
get as much of a return on investment.
yeah,
It's different. Doesn't
Still
you don't
get
get
the,
screwed?
But you still gotta remember.
sorry,
you
I
get
was
the-
planning on using it back whenever it was Defender and Conqueror. So it just screwed my plans of actually using it how I was going to.
Yeah, I'm probably not even gonna add it to mine, just because the
And he's the one with all the alphas.
different reason for that, which is a long story, but it's because if it had the 500 rank, the 500 deflection bonus, I would,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't. So that kind of spoils my plan. So I'm just not going to build it for now.
I'm
I'm
building it
happy
right
that
now.
it has. Yeah, I'm happy that it has a short build time. Good thing about it.
What do you mean? It's well. What
For-
was the build time for it?
4 days, 5 hours, or something like that.
Well, I see 8 days, 11 hours right now.
But that's really good for a flagship compared to most that we've gotten, or pretty much all that we've gotten.
Mm-hmm. I started building it right now.
Oh wow, it is longer. 9 days, 9 hours. So it's the same as the Empyrean flag.
Wait, what? They increased the build time?
Yeah.
9 days, 9 hours.
What?
8 days, 11 hours for me.
Well, that's without R&D.
Yeah.
What the shit?
Well, now I'm not going to build it for sure. For now, at least.
Why not?
That long of a build time, and combined with that, it doesn't have the 500 deflection aura, which is really important in my design that I'm going to have.
Okay.
I almost beat your high score, Hefe. I got 25 seconds of repair on in a 81 with icebreakers.
Well, most of the time I get 23 or 29. The 11 was a little bit of an outlier. I also had a 19. So yeah, the 11, let me know if you beat the 11, because I think that's going to be tough.
Oh, I thought that was
I
on
think
an
I can.
89.
No, I can't even find any 89s, and we're not going to talk about why I can't find any 89s.
That would be Shane.
Now, is Shane gutting them?
No, Shane is pretty much going sector to sector and clearing every single 89.
Yeah, all the ones I find are gutted. So, yeah, I don't even deal with them. Because every time I waste time looking for them, and then finding them that they're gutted. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I've been,
How
not
much is an
happy.
80? How much is an
84?
85 worth? 85.
400?
Is it?
No, I want to say 600,000.
Yeah, I
I'll go
think
look on the.
I think Hulch is closer.
750.
Wow, we're getting all sorts of numbers here.
Does anybody want to go for
I'll
a
just pull up
million?
the briefing. Don't we
Well,
all
yeah.
wish?
Well,
you can't believe the briefing.
Well, the bonus
You know,
was
That's the last place I would go. But according to the briefing, the 84 is 800,000. I did say the Hulch was the closest.
I'm
Yeah, but he
talking
said
about an
85.
85.
Oh, 800,000. 800,000. I was thinking of the blitz targets. They're both
Anyone know?
They're both 800,000.
Hey, Hefe, since you're looking at the briefing right now, tell me what's a level 785 target?
It's called a typo. I get in trouble if I have a typo on the show because I make the big bucks. But Doom Rooster's allowed to get away with them. Whatever. That's a whole different issue. But yeah.
So
I
based
got
on
some
the
resentment here.
Yeah, whatever.
So, question for you. Based on your guys' first impression of these targets right now, would you be happy if this would be our new FM?
No.
I would be.
No.
I think personally, I find the 81 targets to be easier than the 109s.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You pretty much run your remotes down the middle.
But they're not
Correct.
going to replace. They're not going to replace the 109s. The S set's going to replace the 109s. Context. I mean,
I don't know. There's a 109 right next to my base still. I was going to go hit it for fun.
you go ahead and do that.
I'm going to miss them whenever they leave.
I'm not even a little. I like autoing my shit. I don't want to, like these things are just way too big for
You
an
don't auto
FM.
109s.
No, I don't. Well, on occasion I might. I've been known to be lazy and finish some.
Only when you crash do you do that. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
how are you going to auto them with icebreakers? I thought icebreakers were dying if you turned to one auto.
Yeah, that's why I would not be happy with these targets as the FM.
But
I mean-
if you think about it, it has the icebreaker. The monolith has a similar mechanism to the Apollo, and you can auto 91s with them. Okay. I didn't mean to break the room with that, but yeah.
How did you figure that?
Well, the speed mechanism and a lot of there's a lot of similarities between the monolith, especially with the Gridiron's monolith. It seems to be a fair amount of similarities with the Apollo.
How hard? Oh, go ahead.
No. I was just seeing if Daniel agreed. Between the speed boost and the defenses and whatnot, it seems to have a fair amount of similarities.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not identical, but the big target, the high level target for the Apollo, is the 91, and you can auto that fairly well.
I would hate to see how hard it is to set up a monolith fleet to auto and still keep the flagship out front the whole time.
Okay. Especially with Calamity Scatterguns. That would be.
At least it ain't George's Mayhems.
I like the Mayhems. I like them much better than that. Than the.
I love them whenever I'm hitting someone and I'm using my subs.
Yeah, well, they're much better on the Reaver Armada targets, but Does anybody else have any questions in chat?
I think everyone conked out.
Well, we have more viewers than we used to, so I'm assuming that we have some. I don't think they conked out.
Yeah, they didn't conk out. It's just whether or not they. I mean, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but people actually like hesitate to ask questions, and that's what we're here for. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're afraid Holish is going to be mean to them. That's why none of the game developers come on, because Holish
I think they're afraid.
Holish is going to go on a 10-minute tirade against them.
I think they're just afraid that
every
Mind is
week.
going to answer.
Yeah, that's another possibility.
Poor Nines.
What?
Poor Holish.
No, Host deserves every bit of it.
Crazy.
George, if someone has icebreakers, what's the best target for them? Someone asked said in chat that the raid sucks because they only build icebreakers.
But you built them. But David, you do have a Punisher and some Citadels, correct? You want to use the icebreakers.
Yeah,
But I'm sure you've been around this game for a long time. I've seen your name. Punishers and Citadels are an easier drive. Doesn't everybody think it's easier to drive them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Turn all your icebreakers into tanks.
If you can get the hang of the, creeping up on the targets in the A sets, then the icebreakers are still, really viable. I mean, I'm doing the damn raid with them because I'm stubborn and I spent the damn time and invested in them.
Yep.
So fuck it, I'm using them. But
Okay.
but yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that the trick with the icebreakers is actually getting used to that range, and I think the best way to practice that is to go into the 81s where you have turrets that are not cold snaps that you can actually practice creeping up on, because it's the same. I think it's the same range as the cold snaps.
Yeah.
On that target. So, you can get a feel for how close you can get before you start doing the little wiggle dance thingy, whichever way you want to do it. Either turning or clicking directly behind you, like Holsh said. That it requires practice, though. It's not something that you're gonna just be able to do on the fly in every single target.
Again, it was real similar to driving subs.
It is. It's very similar. It's actually I think it's a little bit harder because the range is actually, there's a disparity in the range rather than an equality, and it's against us this time. So,
well,
I know you guys are gonna get tired of this, but I'm gonna show the Punisher with the SFB and the Harrier. And David, I'm just wondering, does your build look like this, as far as, because I'm guessing you have 94 range as opposed to 98 range. I know I keep on sort of bonking people in the head with this, but it makes it, because you said your Punishers melt so fast, and like I said, if you add an extra 4 range, you don't need to drive that well. You don't need to do anything. It's the extra 4 plus 4.4 or whatever it is range that really makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I saw the difference. My Seeker that I was using a launcher, and oh my god, is it so much easier with a missile.
Yeah. I just did one with that new Zelos I just built. 39 seconds repair.
Nice.
Yeah.
What were you using behind the Zillos?
Just the one, my Forsaken Mission Citadels, and a Monarch for the Wake Tactical to drag.
So, you have no Harlock?
Yeah, I have the Harlock. I have a Harlock, 2 Citadels, regular Citadels.
That's an important thing to mention.
Mm-hmm. The Monarch and the tank, the Zelos tank right now.
You can do it with two citadels and like a tank without the Harlock. I did a set with one earlier just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I did one as well. It took a long time though. That's the only thing that I had a problem with it. When you're using just two citadels, it takes a while.
It does, but at least this is the first raid I could ever say that I think almost everybody can participate in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There are options. I mean, the thing that people have to understand though is that those options sometimes might be very time consuming.
That's the only hiccup I've heard from anyone that's complaining about the raid is too much time.
Seriously, I'm seeing everybody going, this raid sucks, I can't do it. You're in the same sector as us.
It really boils down to the driving and having that extra range.
Yeah.
Everything else is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter how fast you kill it. It doesn't matter how you really drive outside of not getting flanked by the ships.
Yeah, it's not the size of the missile; it's the magic in it.
I mean, I haven't even seen any of my Flantax miss. Like everything, I'm shooting every fucking thing down. It's like I have a bullseye almost.
I've had mine miss, so it's that day.
Yeah, but it's very, very rarely.
Right now.
Yeah, it's very rare.
The one missile that fired at my zombie cannoneer that I had in the fleet, it had to hit it.
So, I got a question. Who's here has tried Apollos and who's tried Cannoneers out in the targets?
I heard somebody using them, Cannoneers.
I
You
used
got enough antis on the cannoneer to be all right.
I used one cannoneer with my icebreakers.
And how'd that work out?
It works real good in the 81 and the 83. Now for the 85,
Why do you use that?
Because it's a lot easier to outrange the short range turrets with it than the icebreakers.
The thing is, I heard someone using Cannoneers. He put a few phalanxes and a few gales on his Cannoneers and was doing 89s with them for no damage whatsoever.
I believe it. But how long would it take him to kill a fucking target?
They kill them quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Because my one cannoneer, the Harlock cannoneer, it's fully fitted out with all the HER stuff. So, I mean, mine, there's a couple with like the little defense bonuses on the building. Even that, it still took only about 6 shots. So that's just 2 shots with a full cannoneer fleet. Not even.
God, that's fucking better than my fucking citadels.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
so if I'm running a fucking run like an Aegis or something with that motherfucker, I could probably fucking pull that off.
Ooh. I might try that right now.
Aegis actually works again.
Yeah, I've been using it already. Zombie in it. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, so the Aegis now gets rid of the ice fields?
Aegis. Motherfucker.
No, it doesn't, but it's got all that great accuracy in the countermeasure.
I can't use it with the Harlock cannoneer though.
Well, if you had the regular one.
Yeah, you could.
But it's so slow.
Well, I got the Harlock one, so.
Yeah.
Here, I'll try it. I don't have high velocity rounds on my Harlock.
Wait, Hulsh, you get an old CM Vindicator? Hey. Those things go pretty fast.
Hey, are you guys seeing targets despawn?
Yes.
I just prepped a fucking 85, jumped out of it, and it's gone.
Oh yeah.
There's ships left. It happened to me earlier too.
Fucking.
That's what happened to one of my ally mates. Also, he used a couple coins to get most of it done, and he left it to go in one more time, and it despawned on him.
That is some serious bullshit. That is some serious bullshit.
Happens every raid.
No, it doesn't.
No, this is a new fucking mechanic. Trust me, it shocked me too.
No, it's an old mechanic that they got rid of because everyone was bitching that it was happening.
Yeah, I was very happy when it happened, man.
Because you remember whenever drones were left into the fucking targets in the last river raid, there was a lot of targets that were staying around with just drones in them.
That was no.
Yeah, I had a few that only had drones in them.
No, those despawned like they were supposed to. People were complaining that they despawned when they had only drones left.
So you used the cannoneer and didn't even need the remote mortaring? You just used the actual cannoneer to kill it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try that shit real quick.
You put it in with the icebreaker fleet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of putting it in with some countermeasures.
What did you do with the speed mismatch, though?
Actually, a Cannoneer was just a tad bit slower than the icebreakers. I mean, it was actually real easy to drive. I mean, the only time I messed up one time, like, because sometimes morts will hit it. So since you're zombieing it, it'll take it out real quick. But
Are you zombieing the cannoneer?
Well, yeah, since I messed up my very first run with it because I didn't have enough antis in my fleet and got pelted. I had it and Apollo in my fleet together, and I did not have enough anti-morts and got slaughtered.
Well,
dude, I'm kind of curious about this, man.
I've got my cannoneer. I don't care if it dies. If you want to see how they kill.
No, I mean, I'm going to try it real quick. I don't have high velocity rounds in my hardlock cannoneer, though, but hopefully.
I'm pretty happy with this fleet now, the tank now. I'm not having to struggle anymore.
The only thing you have to worry about is the arc missiles.
Yeah.
I don't know
how do you take those out?
That's why I also had my icebreakers. I could just use those easily and get
just auto,
minimal
yeah.
repair.
That's what I was doing with my. I believe those last two arc missiles and just sending a single single icebreaker and take it out. Oh, now that I'm already on to the next target while it's doing that, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, nice! A minute and a half for an 83.
Nice.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see how we do.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Am I supposed to be highlighting somebody?
Well, I was going to check out my cannoneers just for a fucking laugh in an 89 with no countermeasures. If you want to watch me fuck it up,
you need to have countermeasures.
Oh, I know, guys. I'm a little burned out from the raid already.
14-hour repair.
I was thinking of getting the armors, and after playing the raid for a little while, I'm thinking I think I'm going to pass on the armors this time.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can get the thrower without having to get everything. There's no fucking way.
If you have the points.
Actually, have your cannoneers with the M armor.
Oh my god. Yeah, we've been fucking wrong with the wrong fleet all fucking.
And you wouldn't have to stop for morts, but you don't have to have really any anti-morts because you can just drive past them.
They're going to fix this for sure.
But the only thing, I don't know how they do against the fleet itself.
Hey guys, I gotta bounce. I hope we helped a couple of people tonight. I'm glad you guys came out and tried as well. We'll see you guys, I guess, tomorrow, right? Third show. All right.
I thought it was today.
Have a good evening. Nines, shut the fuck up. I'll talk to you guys. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, George.
See you, George.
Becker's on.
By the way,
you're not sharing it anymore, Nines?
Nah, I'm gonna pull out.
Already?
Oh, whatever. That was too much information.
But 3 cannoneers pretty much 2-shot it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so if you have some phalanxes or something like that, you can fucking do it all the time.
Damn, man. Fuck, that's like worth a refit for real. But they'll probably change it.
Well, people have been doing it with Apollos since pretty much the start.
With
say
what?
Apollos would be your best bet. Throw some Gales on a couple of Apollos, and that'd be your cheaper refit.
I don't think this
To
will
do what
work.
target?
Apollos. Wow.
For what target?
For any of them.
Any of them.
I think your best bet is the 89.
The 89.
Yeah, it's the fastest for points.
And the easiest for points.
And I did not find that an easy target.
Yeah,
I'm
the
still-
89, I can't
I'm
find
still
it.
at-
Where's it at?
Drac bases.
I don't know. Where
They got a
they're at.
weird spawn schedule.
I always
look-
see the 84s every time. Oh, they're running uranium bases.
Yeah, because
No,
people are clearing or farming them.
If the locator button worked, I could actually fucking find out where a dub was.
From what I'm seeing, they're under regular Drac bases.
I'm seeing
Okay.
84s.
'Cause-
I've seen 189 at
You
the
gotta
entire rate. And I hit it. It was easy and it was gone. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's because from what I understand, it looks like they increased the spawn rate of the 84s and the other ones. So you got to clear them out before 89 spawn in it.
Oh, really? Yeah, fuck all
Yeah.
that. I'm just gonna try that. I just want to see how it works.
Because within the first hour, I was finding 2 to 3 89s per Drac base, and now I'm maybe finding one every so often.
They knew people were doing them all.
Dude, I'm about to refit another icebreaker to countermeasures if this works.
What are you going to do? Run Harlock Cannoneer, 3 Cannoneers, and a countermeasure icebreaker?
Yeah, if it works. Right now, I got that Aegis in there, but I think it's going to slow me down too much. I wanted to be able to do these fast.
Finally found one. Want me to post mine or?
Well, I'm going to have to probably have at least 2 ships with countermeasures on them.
Not really.
Oh, see,
I'm getting a lot.
I wasted about 3 days refitting Morts and an extra special into my Imperions or anti-Morts, and I wish I hadn't.
I would stay away from the 85 with that because it has the arc missile that you can't really avoid.
Oh, yeah, you need to splash on the Tide Seeker for that, or the Citadel or something like that.
Here, I'll show mine.
Yeah, that's probably not going to work with the arc missiles. Which ones you're in? The 81s?
The 89.
Or supposedly the 81s and 83s, you can do it too.
Yeah. The 83 is a little tricky with the missiles and the fleets coming at you, but I mean, it's still doable.
I don't know where an 89 is, man. That's why I wish they're low. It's my biggest pet peeve in the game right now, dude. Is fucking the locator button.
Well, what I normally do is, besides kill Shane for just stealing my 89, if I'm in a sector for a raid, I'll go bookmark all the Drac bases.
Yeah, I should. It's kind of ridiculous that they can't fucking put something in. You know, they have every other target, but they don't have the 89.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was always talking about they're just lazy, man. Yeah, 89s. They've been gone all fucking raid for my sector.
Remember, it is San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
Worst duty assignment I had when I was in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tricky part.
Fuck, I need Thunder Sight right now.
That completed. Oh my
See, I
god,
wish
9
they would
seconds.
publish.
9 seconds for an 85. All right, this is the best tank I've had so far.
Did you switch out those Hail Ds or?
No. I kept the Hail Ds. I kept the same setup. this is pretty badass. There. I'll share.
Shoot. And there goes my hard luck. I gotta stop. I'll just gut it out. I'll do hardcore driving on the rest of this.
But guys, I want to bounce out of here. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.
See you, Nines.
I don't want to be publicly shown at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Is Hefe still here?
Maybe.
I haven't heard him in a while.
I hope so.
And we're live still.
Yeah, I'm gonna run too,
It's
guys.
5 a.m.
Good night, everybody.
All right, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good
I
night.
don't know. I can't find these fucking 89s anymore.
Yeah, they're real hard to find.
What about is there any other targets that don't have the arc in them in the 80s?
They all have them, but for the 81 and 83, you can just kill them by themselves. You don't have to worry about any other turrets firing at you with that. Which you can just run, like I just run you can just run an icebreaker, or if you got, I don't know, anything with high missile defense, that's decently fast.
You know, you don't even need missile defense against that thing. Honestly, it's just if it splashes. But if you have one ship or whatever, it motherfucker splinters off to where it doesn't even hit your ship. I think it's a broken mechanic in the game, to be honest.
I want to go hit a few more targets. So if anybody has any more questions or would like to join the show, I mean, now that George is gone, you know, Robin, feel free to join the show, because you know we need that hybrid accent. You know, like George is half Boston, half Tennessee, and I'm pretty sure Robin's accent is a hybrid. I'm not certain. It's Australian and something else. I could be wrong. It could be all Australian, and I just don't. You know, I'm not smart enough to figure that out. But you know, we're missing the hybrid accent. You know, like Renato, Brazilian and Canadian. That's a great combination. But if anybody else has any questions, because we could go to the after show, or you know, we can keep on doing this.
After show's fine with me.
Yep.
I got
I'm gonna give him a minute.
Hey, thanks for doing this, Jeff. You gonna do it again tomorrow? Well, you got your regular.
Yeah, I may be. I'm hoping to be here. It's my sister's birthday, so I'm planning to do it, but we'll see if I get see what happens. But I'm hoping to have the show tomorrow, the Friday at the normal 7 p.m. time, not
I forgot it's Friday.
Yeah, not the impromptu late show, but the normal show and open mic.
No, this was good. This was good.
Okay. Well, good to have you here. Yeah, and you're 10 minutes late, according to the wife.
Yeah, she hasn't come in yet. She probably hears me talking, so she.
All right. All right. Well, have a good night, Mike.
And Becker's on, so.
Yeah, we learned early in the show that's somehow part of his sex life, so we're not certain. But you know, we don't want to interrupt that, people. So.
Hole, she did exactly what I did. Was that an 89?
Yeah.
I died just before the last frickin' hit on the last frickin' turret.
Well, I only had I zombied my Harlock Canyoneer.
It's probably a good thing it happened, because I probably would have blitzed it a little bit for the points.
Yeah. If you're gonna blitz it, that's the only real reason. But at that point, if your fleet was pretty much all the way dead,
it was.
It might be an expensive blitz, right? Would that be more?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it might be more than 5 coins.
I don't see how they can justify those fucking points, man.
Crazy. Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Later, Mike.
Good night.
I could see
Ramble
how.
on.
I mean, this is the best ratio we've seen yet, but it's still fucking terrible compared to what it actually just takes you to actually play the game, you know?
So, well, we're going to give them a minute to see if anybody wants to continue, ask any questions or join the show. I guess I'll throw out one more link and we can go from there. So, are we going to talk about the fact that somehow the NBA wouldn't let Tony Romo play in the Dallas Mavericks game?
They didn't let him play.
No, they said Adam Silver said the contract would not be valid. I think they were afraid of any injuries and whatnot.
Of course, he was actually a good basketball player.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
on
he
the
was.
same. He was on the same All Star team as Caron Butler, who was a Miami Heat player, who did make an All Star game. But yeah, they were on the same All Star team. You know, whatever county, Racine County. Is that right?
I don't remember.
Well, I come to you, host, for anything Romo related.
I'm not that into it, but
He's a lot better basketball player than placeholder.
Well, you know, and do you have any issues? I heard Jessica Simpson plumped up.
Hmm.
Yeah. I haven't seen her in a while, right?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'm just going for, Tony Romo related things for, host of research.
nah.
No. You weren't upset about that vacation in Cancun?
I don't know about it. So, nah.
During the playoffs? How many years ago was that? During the playoffs years ago, people were all fired up that he took Jessica Simpson down to Cancun because they had a bye week.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah. You would take Jessica Simpson to Cancun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
But yeah, that's like if people got mad about that, then how could they, like the Odell Beckham and all of them from the Giants, whenever they went for one day to Miami?
Yeah. But they get upset about they get upset about stuff. So nobody's responding in chat. So I guess all's right in the world as far as the raid goes.
I doubt that.
Well, So I guess I'll proceed to the after show, and anybody's welcome to join us. And good night, everybody. And hopefully we'll have a show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm not 100% sold on that one, but I will post it in the normal locations in case you guys would like to join us. And if not that, maybe we'll have another impromptu show. So, good night, folks.
Yep. Night, everyone.